Sounds familiar, right? Every technique that they used to destroy Ireland would later be weaponized against India, Africa, and other countries. The nightmare began in 1169 with the Anglo-Norman invasion, but it really became a systematic weapons program under Henry VIII and Elizabeth I. By the 1600s, the British had perfected something called plantation. Sounds familiar, right? This was ethnic cleansing on a massive scale. Their first weapon of mass population displacement. They would literally empty entire regions of native Irish, steal their land, and then replace them with English and Scottish settlers. The plantation of Ulster alone displaced over 100,000 Irish people from their ancestral homes, a successful field test for techniques that they'd later deploy globally. Then came the Penal Laws. Just imagine if tomorrow laws were passed saying that you couldn't own land, couldn't vote, couldn't hold any government job, couldn't carry weapons, couldn't own a horse worth more than $5, and couldn't even send your kids to school. That was what it was like for Irish Catholics for over 150 years. These laws were so effective as weapons of cultural destruction that Britain deployed similar legislation throughout their empire as standard imperial arsenal. By 1845, this centuries-long campaign had achieved its goal. Over 95% of Irish land was owned by British landlords, most of whom had never even set foot in Ireland. 8 million Irish people, that's 80% of the population, were reduced to tenant farmers, surviving on plots barely large enough to feed their families.